The Focus, a show that focuses on community, unity, and service. I'm your host, Marc, and on tonight's show we have the Enfield-Culture-and-Arts-Commission. I have a couple of the folks from that group here tonight. They're going to talk to us about that and a lot more of other stuff they got going on. Emily Clifford back for another segment.
It's great to be here again.
You're like a president of everything. So
I have a big head. It can fit a lot of hats.
President of the organization. We also have Nzima, who is the commissioner.
Yes.
Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
So we'll start with you, Emily. Tell us a little about the Enfield Culture and Arts Commission and what it does and what you guys do.
So Enfield Culture and Arts is an all-volunteer group of Enfield residents, and we're appointed by the town council, and our mission is to promote and support artists, performers, cultural events, and themes around town to make these things accessible to all residents. And there's lots of different ways that can take form. And right now we have a really great team. We just filled our last vacant spot last town council meeting. And so now we've got like a full team where we're going to be able to continue with the program we've started and projects that we've had success with, and then on to lots of different things in the future.
That's awesome. So tell me about how you got involved in this organization.
So I think I started browsing vacancies for the town boards and commissions. I just wanted a way to get involved, and at that time I was also looking for ways to plug in Enfield Community Chorus into like a larger Enfield network of arts and culture. And so when I saw a vacancy on it, I was like very interested. I went to a meeting. The team there was really nice and welcoming, and I started, and then after a while I was able to take on a larger leadership position in that commission.
That's great. So Nzima, tell us about how you got involved in being a part of this, because not only are you the commissioner of this, I hear you're also our town poet laureate as well.
Yes, I am.
I didn't even know we had a poet laureate, so that's amazing. So tell us about how you got involved in the commission.
So I got involved. I wanted to be a part of anything that, well, not anything, but I wanted to be a part of a board that support the culture and arts in a multifaceted way. If it was a financial way or, support as we are supportive, we show up. I wanted to be a part of the decision making, to know what's going on in the arts and culture in our town.
So in being the poet laureate, it kind of correlates with being in the Culture and Arts Commission.
Oh yes,
so
yes, very much.
Tell us about kind of on this, like how did that come about? How did you become the Enfield Poet Laureate?
Well, there was an application process.
Oh, okay.
And I was really nervous, and I had to brave my space and gather myself. I applied. There was a criteria. I submitted samples of my work, and I filled in blanks of my community service, talked about building community, and it was an application process, and everybody had opportunity to submit, and it was voted on, and here I am.
Wow.
So.
And you're on the commission too, so now you're like doubly involved in everything going on in the town for the arts and culture. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the Poet Laureate program is an initiative of the Arts and Culture Commission. And so basically, Nzima is our second Enfield Poet Laureate, and it's a program that we rolled out so that people are able to recognize the power and creativity of poetry, and to have somebody appointed in that role who's going to do programming to make it more accessible to everyone in the community. It has been a really powerful program.
And it's not only the length program you guys have going on. I know you guys have, because I've gotten the community calendar for it, and people have probably heard it in town, the concert series during the summertime. What other stuff do you guys have going on? The concert series is almost ending for the summer, but
yes.
What other things you guys got coming up, or other programs that people might be able to be involved in?
So I guess I will start by saying that we have open mic night,
yes.
The first Wednesday of every month, and that is at the Enfield Library on Middle Road. And that's a great place for people who want to get some experience performing in front of a really welcoming and encouraging crowd. And we also are happy sponsors of Family Fun Day, which is coming up, Family Day in September 17th. And we are working with building connections within the Enfield Public Schools. Poetry Out Loud
Yes.
was a really, really great event where we were able, Nzima got to be a judge
Yes.
for Enfield middle school and high school students who were doing poetry recitations. And so that was really great. But along with our more seasonal activities, we also have a mini grant program. So if an individual or an organization has a project, an idea that they need some funding and support for, people are able to apply for a $500 mini grant that can help promote poetry, art, music, performance, anything like that for Enfield.
So how would people go about applying for that? Do they just go right to the town website? or
Yeah,
where do
it's
they go?
actually we're really working on making our town page on the town website like very robust. So if you search Enfield Culture and Arts Commission, you'll land on our page and you'll see the mini grant application as a link that you can click on. And if you would rather go in person, you could go to the library and get one there because our staff liaison is Jason Neely, library director.
Okay, awesome. So, like Emily mentioned, that you had the poetry contest in the high school or one of the schools. Are there any other programs that you're wanting to work on for writing in school and with the students and such?
Yes, I would love to do a community-wide anthology, and I would love for the students to participate. Right now, I have a community arts fusion project happening September 11th at the Middle Road Library. It is Eksphrastic Poetry and Paint night where it's free and open to the public. Well, it's limited space, so you have to register, but it is a way for people to come out and enjoy poetry and paint and express themselves and communicate in the way that they are able. So it's real inclusive. So I would love to do a lot of projects. We talked about the band show. We talked about the band show earlier as far as, having a band night. Well, I would love to open that space up for poetry in the fall. And so I have a lot of different things in the works. And yes, I'm excited. I'm really excited. I have this energy that's unbelievable, and I'm here for it. So everybody have to get ready.
So if folks are looking to possibly join the commission, how would they go about looking up that same location on the website? Or
It's always great to see what's available, what are the available vacancies on town commissions and boards. If right now our commission is full, however, we are always in search of volunteers, and if you are interested in getting a behind-the-scenes look at like concerts at the band shell or different town events, or if you're interested in helping us create events for artists, performers, musicians, it's a great way to get involved. Just because, arts and culture, it's such a broad landscape. And so, we are trying to build a database of artists and performers, and you can access that through our town webpage, but also just people who want to be supportive and just like patron of the arts. We really try to connect with all different town organizations and artists and performers, and so if you're interested, it's a really great way to get involved in a huge variety of projects that we do.
Yes.
so, go ahead.
I was going to say, and since I've been part of the board, I love watching people who have beautiful ideas. We have such visionaries here at Enfield. A lot of people will walk in those doors and say, I have an idea, and they will paint a beautiful picture for you, and you would sit there like, oh my gosh. And, so you have opportunity to express some desires, some needs around culture and art. And we're there to listen for some of the ideas, they're looking to propose for, either if it's for a grant or just to mention this is something that they thought would be needed. And so, people,
And I'm really glad you brought that up because you're so right. We can't always wave a magic wand and make all of
Yeah.
their dreams and ideas come true. But part of what we can do is connect them and link them with what's available
Yes.
and give them something that we can try to support on some level. So if you have an idea for culture and arts or you see a need in Enfield, you're welcome to email us and come to one of our meetings as a special guest and share what you see a need
Yes.
is. And we're there to listen and to try to make whatever part of that dream happen that we can.
So if someone wants to do that, you want to give us that email address that
Sure.
they can.
So the email address is, and I'm sure if you search for Enfield Culture and Arts,
We'll put it on the screen too. It'll be on the screen
you'll
as
be able
well.
to find it, but it's ecac.contact@gmail.com.
All right, so do that
Yeah.
to get that information. So you mentioned the summer concert series, as we talked about, is almost ending. So I know from TV stuff, as soon as one ends, you start working on the next one. Are you guys already starting to plan next summer out, getting your bands together?
Well, you know, bands are knocking on our door, actually.
Yes.
There you go. That's what I was kind of getting at. Like, is there a way you guys can? Is there
So by using that same email address,
Yeah.
bands have been contacting the town manager's office and our email address, and it is a hopping venue.
Yeah.
So we were able to be a part of the summer concert series, which, if you were able to attend, was just very, very well received. People coming out to see live music, meeting up with their friends, and right there behind the town hall. It's just a beautiful setting. So now with the band shell as a venue, I mean, we could have poetry there. We could do a fall jazz series potentially in the future. We have one more concert next Tuesday, which is the last Tuesday of August, and there has been some talk of programming in the fall. So you should definitely stay tuned, especially on Facebook, to get a lot of updates. But the band shell is going to be more than the summer concert series. It's definitely going to be a very popular venue for a lot of programming. So if you have a band, if you are a performer, and you're interested in being one of the earliest acts in our band shell, you should definitely drop us a line at ecac.contact@gmail.com.
Yeah, and I definitely think we could do a poetry
Oh yes,
show.
a nice
There's
poetry
this
series.
nice big studio here,
Oh yes, I will.
It's
And the
available.
studios will be great.
so we'll definitely be talking afterwards.
Okay, definitely.
So time to wrap up. Again, thank you for coming on. I appreciate it.
Thanks so
And
much for
if anyone
having
wants
us.
to get more information
Thank you.
about the Enfield Culture and Arts Commission, we'll have the information at the very end of the segment. And we'll see you all here next time on Focus.